After years of playing The Sims in my never-ending save file since the beginning, I found that sweet spot between what the game allows and what my imagination demands. I like to push the tools of the game hard, but always with a storyteller's poetry to make the world feel truly alive. Today, I will walk you through my game setup for playing a functional hotel in The Sims 4. This isn't just gameplay, it's storytelling and micromanagement. So, grab a preferred drink, lean into the cozy voice of Bill the AI, and welcome to the chaos. I'm EverSave, and this is The Sims as I play it.
Imagine this, a peaceful ski trip in Mount Komorebi. Hot springs, karaoke, onsen dreams, great company, until the holiday ended mid-soak and sent my household home, half naked, fully confused, and very, very cold. Welcome to Windenburg. Welcome to another How to Play a Functional Hotel in Sims 4. This time we are going to visit the Grand Hotel. The Grand Hotel is the glamorous, crumbling heart of my Windenburg Plaza, an old-money institution with creaky charm and a bar that runs on secrets and top-shelf whiskey. It's where the elite once stayed, and some never really left. It's fully functional as a residential small business lot. Morning? Coffee, croissants, and that awkward morning-after tension between two guests trying to forget whatever was said over one too many gin tonics at the bar. Afternoon? Power lunches, discreet handshakes, and deals signed with dessert. Night? Smooth jazz in the nightclub, affairs behind closed doors, and a few too many questionable life choices in the bar. The staff knows too much, the guests stay too long, and some stories just refuse to check out, no matter how many times the room is cleaned. It's a little chaotic, wildly dramatic, and somehow still 5 stars. Raphael Moreau, the owner, aging charmer, whiskey in the morning, gin by dusk, and somewhere in between, he runs a hotel. Aspiration, master mixologist. Traits, romantic, lazy, foodie. Raphael inherited the Grand Hotel from his aunt in what was supposed to be a temporary restructuring period. That was 20 years ago. Since then, he's done absolutely everything except restructure. He spends most days behind the bar with a half-button shirt, a vintage vinyl spinning in the background, and a whiskey sour he calls breakfast. Guests love him. He's charming, warm, and always just on the right side of inappropriate. But the truth is, Raphael is lonely. The hotel is his great unfinished love affair. He could have sold it, could have left, Del Sol Valley once called, but instead he stayed. Because staying meant holding on to something that still felt like a beginning. He's not great at bills, but he's a master at stories. Ask him for a room key, and you'll get a monologue. Ask him how he is, and he'll flirt. Ask him why he never married. He'll say, I did. Her name was Windenburg. Nick Blake. Aspiration, party animal, self-assured, dance machine. Traits, love bug. Technically not staff, crashed here after overstaying his welcome with his sister's rich boyfriend. In exchange for a free room, no bathroom included, he now runs the nightclub, mostly by flirting with the singer Melody and forgetting to reorder gin. Still, Raphael keeps him around. The kid's got sad eyes, good cheekbones, and that lost lamb energy Raphael's always been a sucker for. John Carrington. Aspiration, esteemed entrepreneur, a regular from Chestnut Ridge, cowboy hat, questionable motives, and a suitcase he never bothers to unpack. Officially, he's here on business. Unofficially, no one's quite sure what he does, besides overtip the bartender and flirt with someone's aunt like it's 1997. He claims to own a farm back in Chestnut Ridge, says his wife is keeping it running, although the way he talks, you'd think she was an ex. Locals whisper that he left town under emotionally complicated circumstances. Now he drifts between business meetings and late-night poker games. Why does Raphael let him stay? Maybe for the gossip. Maybe because he tips in 100 simoleon bills. Who knows? No good gameplay without a little side drama. At the Grand Hotel, there's always something brewing just outside the spotlight. Chloe, Nick's sister, stylish, ambitious, dating Alden, the penthouse guy. Alden, Chloe's older, well-dressed boyfriend, and a man of suits, silence, and suspicious phone calls. Alden works at the Windenburg Bank. He's not mysterious, just strategic. That's where John has his meetings when he's in town. That's also how John met Chloe. So yes, John and Chloe, complicated. And Nick, Chloe's brother, who lives at the hotel, often at the same time as John. Nick's falling for Melody, the hotel's sultry nightclub singer. But is she into him, or is he just another stepping stone on her way to the big stage? And if all that's not enough, keep an eye out for Audrey. She drifts in and out of the hotel like smoke in a whiskey glass. Rumor has it she's got unfinished business with John and a reason to keep an eye on the bank. But that's another story for another video. I use the small business system and the club system to simulate life at the hotel, where guests, staff, and regulars all follow set routines. There are 3 business setups at the Grand Hotel. Why? So I never have to change guest activities, and I don't end up with Sims trying to sleep through breakfast or nap through jazz night. It works sublimely. In the morning, Raphael opens the hotel and runs it until evening. His business includes guest activities like drink coffee, eat and drink tea. Raphael cooks and flirts. Nick tends the cafe counter, and there's a tea set for guests to use. In the evening, Nick's business takes over and Raphael's closes, since only one business setup can be active at a time. The activities? Watch live entertainment, dance, and drink bar drinks. Now, whether it's Raphael or Nick at the bar depends on who's deep in their own storyline. Sometimes Nick is slow dancing with Melody. Sometimes Raphael is too busy being dramatic to serve drinks. So they share bartending duties. Melody, of course, is hired to play piano and sing during the evening shift. The night shift? That's John's domain. And this is exactly why John lives at the hotel as a regular guest, so I have enough Sims around for all the different time slots and activities. Technically, John owns this business setup, but I pretend he doesn't. He's just there, lurking, mixing drinks, starting trouble. Once the nightclub closes, we roll straight into nighttime with John. This setup includes playing cards, mixing bar drinks, since the bartender's off duty, and sleeping. Some guests stay up with John, others head to bed, just like a real hotel. It adds a nice rhythm to the lot. I combine this with the club system. At the Grand Hotel, I've created a club called Meetings at the Bank, featuring Alden and John, sometimes Audrey. Their club hangout is, you guessed it, the bank. But sometimes John hosts these meetings in one of the hotel's private rooms. He is a businessman, after all. I sometimes pretend he's trying to sell land in Chestnut Ridge, with a shady twist, naturally. There's also the club Days Off, a club where the hotel household meets up with Melody and a few other Sims for fun anywhere but the hotel. A day at the beach, bowling night, awkward karaoke, whatever fits the mood. And let's not forget the housemaid. She shows up daily, does her job perfectly, and flirts with John. Honestly, one of the best functioning NPCs in the game. She cleans and brings chaos. What's not to love? So that's the Grand Hotel. One building, 10 layers of drama, and a functional way to live it all out.